Welcome to This Week with Ajaz Haque. It's Saturday, May the 30th, 2020. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for logging in again. In today's vlog, we'll cover Airbus crash, the latest situation, Donald Trump's spat with Twitter, Bhasha Dam, so what next, a Corona update, financial markets, and an eventful day of May 28, 1998. Now, the Airbus industry team is in Pakistan and they are carrying on their investigation. They found all the data and voice recorders, which I guess they'll take back with them and analyze. And once they've done that, we will get a real picture. Now, so far it seems the pilot came in very high to land very fast and he bounced the plane on the runway 2-3 times. That's what the story is. And then he took off again. That resulted in damage to engines, and by the time he tried to come back and land again, the engine seized and the plane fell. Some questions to a layman's mind like myself. Where is the video of the plane attempting to land the first time? Why have we not seen that? Secondly, the control tower, not that Karachi airport is very busy at this time, especially in the lockdown. Why were they not able to see that the landing gear was not out and warn the pilot so he could have then gone and made a circle and try and get his landing gear out? And if he had not managed that, then emergency landing preparation should have been made. Also, where's the video of the plane taking off again after bouncing on the runway? And why did the control tower not declare emergency, especially after the plane had hit the ground and taken off again? Because the second time around there were chances that it would have landed on its belly again, and then preparation should have been made on the ground, i.e. foam should have been spread on the runway, etc. None of that was done. So what was the control tower doing? I know it's a lot of people saying it's pilot error. It may well be, but these questions need to be answered. The civil aviation is doing its own investigation because the Airbus probably will focus on the mechanical side of things. The question is, we need a fair, we need an open, and we need an honest investigation. I hear a preliminary report was presented to the PM who rejected it out of hand as not being accurate. So hopefully we can have an accurate report soon. 99 lives were lost, 97 lives were lost in this crash, and the people deserve to know, their loved ones deserve to know. Among the dead, a young budding model, 28-year-old Zara Abed, Model of the Year, unfortunately lost her life at a very young age. Now about Twitter's spat with Mr. Trump. Twitter has started fact-checking Mr. Trump's tweets. He tweets a lot, and a lot of his tweets are not based on facts. So Twitter has now started marking his tweets which are doubtful, where the facts are not accurate, and they started pointing it out, and Mr. Trump is going mad about that. But this is what it is. Nobody had checked Mr. Trump so far, so I guess Twitter is taking him on. I guess this is the first time in recent history that a US president's honesty is being challenged, except perhaps when George W. Bush made that fairy claim that Iraq had the weapons of mass destruction and totally proved to be wrong. Now coming to Bhasha Dam, the contract has been awarded to China Power and the Frontier Works organization, and they'll be starting the construction work soon. The question is, what next? What about the Kalibak Dam, which has been shelved for such a long time, and extremely essential project for Pakistan for water management, for water conservancy? It's time to revive the Kalibak Dam. The feasibility studies are already done before, the designs have been done, so it's time to update the feasibility and start this project as soon as possible. Mr. Prime Minister, if you're watching this, please, you already have done a great job by starting 2 dams in such a short period of your government. Please, you need to show leadership, take charge, and start the Kalibak Dam as soon as possible. Now, put aside all the political gimmickry of Nowshera being drowned and Sindh going dry. The reality is, if Kalibak Dam is built, and a canal is also built to Balochistan, hundreds of thousands of acres of barren land in Balochistan will become green, will start producing food, and Balochistan will become part of the food chain. Also, there will be sufficient water stored in Bhasha and Kalibak dams that in the winter time, when the water supply is low, both the provinces, Punjab and Sindh, will receive sufficient amount of water for their crops, where at the moment the surplus water in the floods just flows into the Arabian Sea and is wasted. So in fact, all the provinces will benefit. KPK can receive water from Bhasha as well as from Moment dams, so their water supply will also improve. So all 4 provinces of the country can benefit from Kalibak Dam. Now remember what Mr. Modi said last year. He said we'll make Pakistan beg for every drop of water. Now, do we want Mr. Modi to control our destiny? I hope not. We need to control our own destiny, and we need to build all these dams in order to preserve water, in order to preserve life. Now, an update on the coronavirus. So far, 65,000 cases in Pakistan, 24,000 of those have recovered, and 1,395 have died so far. The highest number of deaths recorded were in the last 24 hours, 81 deaths, which is extremely high. Now, the growth of the virus in Pakistan, as you may be able to see from the chart, it started up and then started declining, but in the last couple of days it's gone up again. So we still need to control things, but we do not need lockdowns. We need to have better SOPs so that people can recover from this as soon as possible. In India, 4,706 deaths so far from corona. These are the official figures, and most people in India don't believe those. They feel they're much higher, but India has now surpassed China in number of deaths from coronavirus. Now, the United States has declared Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, a terrorist organization, which is a good thing, because BLA, being supported by some foreign agencies, has been causing problems in Pakistan. And they've been involved in bomb blasts and killing of our soldiers, and it is what it is a terrorist organization. The question remains, when will the United States declare RSS a terrorist organization, which it is? Now, an update on the financial markets. S&P 500 closed at 3044, up 3% on the week. Dow Jones closed the week at 25,400, which is up 3.8% on the week. Shanghai Stock Exchange closed at 2852, which was 1.4% up on the week. Mumbai Sensex closed at 32,424, and that was up 5.7% on the week. That's after several weeks of decline, so that is good news for the Indian stock market and the Indian investors. The FTSE 100 closed at 6,218, which was up 4.8% on the week, and Pakistan Stock Exchange closed at 3393, which was even. One of the companies that's been hit badly by coronavirus is the Hertz Rent-A-Car company. Their share price in February was $20.25, and now the share is trading at $1.02. Now, India has reduced the central bank has reduced the interest rate by 4%, and the question now is, when will the State Bank of Pakistan bring down the interest further from 8% to hopefully 4% or 5 or 6%. Mr. Daniel Pearl's gruesome murder in Pakistan brought a bad name to the country, and the kidnapper, Mr. Ahmed Umar Said Sheikh, who is a British and a Pakistani national, he had kidnapped Daniel Pearl and then handed him over to Khalid Said Sheikh, who actually murdered him. Now, Mr. Umar Sheikh and his accomplices were sentenced to death and to various prison sentences. But strangely, the Sindh High Court gave a judgment a couple of weeks ago releasing all of them, finding no fault of theirs, which was utterly ridiculous because the evidence was so substantial. Anyway, an appeal has been filed by the Sindh government and by the Daniel Pearl family in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and the case is going to be heard on the 1st of June, and thank God for the Supreme Court. Now, finally, 28th of May 1998, That's the day Pakistan tested its nuclear weapons. India had explored nuclear weapons a couple of weeks before, so Pakistan tested 5 nuclear weapons in the Chagai mountains of Balochistan. The mountain first shook, then turned golden and white, and Pakistan became the 7th nuclear club member in the world and the first one in the Islamic world. Thank you very much, and please, if you like the video and the information, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon so you receive the latest updates. Thank you very much, and goodbye.